this beautiful evening celebration, one that marks also the ending of your school life, but a beginning to new learning, new platforms, new friends, and most importantly, new opportunities that awaits you all. Today is not just about certificates, as we all know, or the grades that you've achieved, but it is about reflection, appreciation, and anticipation. It is about honoring the journey that brought us here and looking ahead to exciting road that awaits you. This evening is even more special today because we are joined by someone whose life story exemplifies wisdom, humility, and purpose. Our honorable chief guest, Mr. Karna Shakya, out here. Let me take you back to a moment from around 2010 probably. I was just talking to him about that. I'm sure, I know that he do not remember that, but I still remember that. At that time I was a young banker, and I had an opportunity to meet someone I deeply admired. We met at a peaceful place at Hathisar that later became the beautifully designed Maya Mayor Boutique Hotel. We all know that. It's situated in Hathisar. Like many who've met him, I was also struck by the depth of his thoughts and the clarity of his vision. But what left even more, a deeper impression on me was something quiet and almost hidden in plain sight, a statue in the garden. It wasn't just a decoration, it was a deeply personal tribute to his mother. That statue, simple yet profound, spoke volumes of love and reverences and the values that we hold. This man in front of us holds close to his heart. It was a silent reminder that behind every great person is a foundation of gratitude and respect. That image of statue has stayed with me ever since. And today, as we gather to celebrate our graduating class, I realize how could I not share this important moment, or someone who is so meaningful, someone who is already here with us and as a special guest of today's ceremony, Mr. Karna Shakya. Let's again give him a round of applause. Yes, we all know that his life is a powerful example of purpose, humility, and service. From his work as conservationist and an entrepreneur to his deep and respectful attitude towards his family and heritage, there's so much that we can learn from. I was actually wondering last night when I was just thinking about what to speak, what kind of motivational stories that I can come up with. Because like someone who's already here, to whom we really admire, someone who's already made so much impact, I thought I should come up with the story which is connected to us, which is a lived experience, and we've been seeing him every day in news and papers and television. So his journey actually reminds us, of the true value of greatness. It's not only about the accomplishment that we achieve in life, but about values we uphold, the legacy we build, and the compassion we show. Few lessons that we actually learn that we all could learn from his life and experience today would be, despite of many achievements, Mr. Shakya, humility and grounded nature actually showed that true greatness that lies in staying connected to one's root. The statue dedicated to his mother is a timeless reminder of the importance of honoring those who shape our lives. So I also want to remind all our dear graduates that please always be thankful to your parents. And also I want to urge all of you to understand the value of expressing the gratitude, especially to their parents and guardians. The garden did just reflects the aesthetic beauty. It reflected values and memories and emotion. So the learners here can also see that success isn't just about career or the milestones that we achieve, but it's also about the values that we carry, which is very important in your life. He's an established entrepreneur. He's a storyteller, a conservationist, and a social thinker. Learners can be inspired to think beyond their jobs and find ways to meaningful ways where you can contribute to your society. It's not just, let's not just limit your knowledge and education or the contribution towards just with your degree and the kind of achievement that you have. And also the garden that I was talking about, the beautiful garden, even a garden can become a place where actually we can learn and reflect back. And it teaches us how to be very observant and meaningful and inspiration in the world around them. And also one thing that I shouldn't be missed out today, it would be his best-selling book called 𝐂𝐞𝐥𝐞. I know most of you might have read it, which actually inspired thousands of readers across generations. In it, he shares a powerful truth where he says that सबै कुरा सोचमा निर्भर गर्छ, सोच सकारात्मक भए परिवर्तन सम्भव छ. We talk so much about change, but actually it's within us. It's not something magical. It's going to happen in our life. It's actually our thought, our mindset. How far you want to go it's up to you. So yes, सोचमा निर्भर हुन्छ. So you need to have that confidence and believe in yourself, and that way you can achieve your goals and happiness in life. This simple yet profound message reminds us that change begins within, and that our mindset, our thoughts, and these all aspects can actually shape not only our personal future but future of the entire nation, like how he's been contributing in Nepal. Another pillar of his philosophy is trust, the invisible thread that binds families, communities, and progress. Mr. Shakya reminds us that trust isn't just earned, it's nurtured, and it's the foundation of every thriving society. His life is living example for all of us. What it means is to think boldly and act purposefully and serve selflessly. And dear graduates, I hope you will carry all these words with you as you step out into the world. We are also privileged to be joined by our special young speaker out here, Ms. Kritee Mahato, a dynamic young entrepreneur and a voice of next generation. And I'm really proud that we have two different generations representing our country today in the era where many chase to dream, go abroad and do something abroad. But Ms. Kritee here made this powerful choice to return to Nepal and invest her talent here. A daughter of the renowned entrepreneur, Dr. Kritee Mahato, she currently serves as CEO in leading organization, holding her leadership role with vision and humility. And I'm sure it's not just with the name of his father, but I look forward to her lot of contribution in our society. So why do I find her journey so important today to share among you, and why I wanted to highlight this is because despite of being a high achiever in academic, first-class academics like our MC just mentioned, distinctions and professional success, what sets Kritee apart is her grounded nature. I was just back there, I was talking to her. She's so humble and deep committed to her country. She reminds us that success is not about leaving Nepal behind, but lifting Nepal forward. So please keep this in your mind. So she stands here today, not just as a guest, but probably as a role model to all of you today. Reflecting back on Idol's journey at Imperial World School, we believe that education is not just about textbook. We have never limited your learning in the textbook or the curriculum that was provided to us. It's about nurturing hearts and shaping minds and building characters, which we've been working on, and we are really committed towards that. Over the years, we have also tried to instill three core, I mean there are a few values that we hold, but few things that I really want to emphasize on would be adaptable. We always be adaptable so that you can remain strong in uncertainty, because life is always not so easy. And just be flexible for change, like what Mr. Karna Shakya mentioned in his book. Yes, always be responsible. Yes, you might be achieving really high in your life, but always be grounded, always be responsible, and make sure that you are not harming anybody. And you are always being responsible towards the society. So you own your action and impact is there. Always respect yourself, others, and especially your parents and all your teachers, the one who nurtures you. It's something that you should be missing out. These values will be your compass, it will be a compass to help you navigate where to go and where to achieve your goal. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to all our dear parents, our parents who've been the pillar of 𝐈𝐭𝐲𝐿, who's always been us throughout our hardship. To all our dear parents, thank you very much for placing your trust in us. Some of you were in our journey since a very long time, probably since 10 or 12 years back, because some of our students were with us since our preschool time. So thank you for partnering with us in shaping not just our learners, but the entire IWS. To our beloved teachers, how can I forget you? Your patience, your passion, your persistence have left a mark that no exam can actually measure, and you have planted that seeds that will bloom for years to come is what I believe, and I really like to thank all of you for all your efforts that you've put in so far. And also to our incredible support team, especially our kitchen team. They are not here. Our janitors, they are often not seen in the scene, but yet always essential part of our school. They've always been there. And then of course our admin team. Without them we are nothing. Thank you very much to all our admin team who's been running throughout a long time. So let me also take this moment to extend my warm wish to all of you, since today is a very special, auspicious day, Guru Purnima, we just celebrated at our school. Guru Purnima ko sabaijanai धेरै धेरै शुभकामना to each and of you. Today is also a day to honor and express our gratitude to the gurus in our lives, those who guided us, shaped us, and inspired us to become a better version of ourselves. And let us not forget that our very first gurus are our parents, right? So yes, even like Kumar sir, my parents are here, so I would also like to take this opportunity to take my and Kumar sir's parents here, and we are really thankful for whatever they have done, because since it's Guru Purnima, so I should miss this out. Because they are the one who gave us the foundation of love and values, and then our teachers is of course who nurtured our minds and characters with care and dedication. Finally, yes, I don't want to make it too long. You all are probably tired and you must be awaiting to listen to our special guest out here. Finally, to our graduates, dear students, as you stand at the edge of this milestone, please remember to dream big and pursue it with dedication, because without dedication, nothing is possible. To envision boldly and act purposefully is very important at the same time. To aspire greatly and strive tirelessly. To dream without limits and work with relentless commitments is very important. Carry forward the lessons, the laughter, the memories, and the friendships that you've built so far at IWS. Yes, you'll be making new friends, but this is your foundation. Carry gratitude in your heart and courage in your stride. Congratulations one more time, and may your journey ahead filled with purpose and growth and grace. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
परिचय दिइरहँदा मलाई काउपट लागिरहेको थियो। मेरो बानी के छ भने म आफ्नो साइजमा बस्ने मान्छे, म कुनै अहम अभिमान त्यसमा म बस्न सक्दिनँ मेरो साइजमा, होइन? आज तपाईँले मलाई I think you have made me a little larger than my life. Thank you very much. So you are just like my story, and I am very glad to call you a story. And we need a person like you with empathy, with emotions, and you being a principal of this college, I can imagine very well that how much they might have got. So much of empathy from you. First of all, today, I would like to congratulate all the students who are graduating this very auspicious day of Guru Purnima. You are so lucky. And at the same time, we also have the 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐷𝐸 हुन्छ। मलाई यहाँ अलि अलमल के पर्यो भने म विद्यार्थीलाई ध्यान केन्द्रित गरेर बोलौँ कि अभिभावकलाई पनि ध्यान केन्द्रित गरेर बोलौँ। त्यसैले म दुवैलाई ध्यान केन्द्रित गरेर मेरो आफ्नो मनका कुराहरू म गर्न चाहन्छु। सबभन्दा पहिले I am not a motivational speaker. I am not a motivational speaker. म मेरो भोगाई, मेरो अनुभव र मेरो मनको खोला मात्र बताउन चाहन्छु तपाईहरुलाई। त्यसैले आज म जे बोल्छु मनको कुराले तपाईहरुलाई बोल्दैछु त्यो मेरो भोगाई हो त्यो मेरो अनुभव हो which is 1,000 times better than any academic education. Academic education तपाईहरुलाई एउटा इम्प्लोइ बनाउन सक्छ तर आफै मालिक बन्यो भने आफू भुल गर्नुपर्छ भोगाई गर्नुपर्छ अनुभव गर्नुपर्छ तपाईको श्रम परिश्रम र भोगाई बिना तपाईहरु कहिले पनि मालिक बन्न सक्दैन त्यसैले आज म तपाईहरुलाई जीवनमा कसरी मालिक भन्ने कुरा म सिकाउन चाहन्छु भन्न चाहन्छु म उपदेश दिन चाहन्छु है फेरि म सिकाउन चाहन्छु उपदेश दिन चाहन्छु सबैभन्दा पहिले म हाम्रो युवा साथीहरुलाई विद्यार्थीलाई म मेरो मनको कुरा गर्न चाहन्छु तपाईहरुमध्ये कसले हाईएस्ट मार्क पायो कसले लोएस्ट मार्क पायो इट डजन्ट मेक एनी डिफरेन्स के फरक पर्दैन हैन हाईएस्ट मार्क पाउने कतिजना होला 2-3-4 जना होला अर्थ जम्मै एभरेजै होला इट्स द एभरेज द्याट मेक्स हिस्ट्री जीवनमा तपाई कथा हेर्नुस् जब तपाई आफ्नो अनुभवले तपाईलाई पुश गर्छ अनि पछि तपाई भन्छ युनिभर्सिटीको ठुलो no matter where you graduate from Harvard or Princeton or Columbia हैन most of them work for other people and you are going to be the owner of your own त्यसैले you have more chances to be more successful than the top academicians मेरो पालामा यसलाई हामी आइरन गेट भन्थ्यौं अहिले चाहिँ तपाईहरु पास गर्नुभयो यो आइरन गेट हैन हाम्रो पालामा आइरन गेट भन्छ अहिले तपाईहरुको यो गोल्डन गेट हो I used to call it a golden gate because you are going to fly in a world of gold, world of prestige, world of imaginations, and you are the own leader. अब तपाईले कसैको आवश्यकता छैन तपाई आफै उड्ने हो मानिस दुईचोटि जन्म हुन्छ मानिसको एउटा आमाको काखबाट जब तपाईले सास फेर्छ आमाको काखबाट जन्मेपछि त्यो बच्चाले सास फेर्छ अब तपाईहरुले आफूले जन्माउने हो दोस्रो जीवन भनेको आफूले जन्माउने हो अरु कसैले बनाउन जन्माउन सक्दैन आफूले जन्माउने भनेको व्हाट यु वान्ट टु बी भविष्यमा के बन्न चाहन्छ अहिले नै त्यो खाका तयार पार्नुपर्छ अहिले नै त्यो प्रोएक्टिभ भएर तपाईको मार्गदर्शन गर्नुपर्छ मैले म त तपाईहरुको जस्तो यसो राम्रो कलेजमा पढ्नु पाएको थिएन अनि त्यो बेला आजको 60 वर्ष पहिले 60 वर्ष होइन 70 वर्ष पहिले त्यहाँ तपाईहरुको बुवाहरु पनि जन्मेको थिएन होला हैन म कलेजमा जाने बेलामा म इङ्ग्लिस बोल्दै आएको थिएँ मलाई बोल्नै जान्दिन अनि त्यो बेला मेरो कलेजमा त्यो सेन्ट जेभियर्सको त्यो केटाहरु साथीहरु आउँथे उनीहरु फरर इङ्ग्लिस बोल्ने आफू त इङ्ग्लिसै बोल्न नजाने अनि मेरो कलेजको टाइममा इङ्ग्लिस बोल्न नजानेपछि राम्रो के गर्ने मलाई वास्तै नगर्ने हैन ओहो यो भएन अब त्यो बेला हैन 18-19 वर्षको बेला केटीहरुले वास्ता गरेन भने त त्यो जिन्दगीले बोर हुन्छ भएन इङ्ग्लिस सिक्नुपर्छ भनेर ट्रुली द्याट टाइम आई ट्राई टु लर्न इङ्ग्लिस कसले सिकाउने हैन अनि पछि किताब किन्यो खाने बेलामा पनि फुटफुट इङ्ग्लिस बोल्ने बाथरुममा पनि इङ्ग्लिस बोल्ने त्यो बेला यस फर्स्ट म्यान टु ट्रस्ट भनेर त्यस्तो इङ्ग्लिस बोल्ने अनि मेरो परिवार मेरो दिदीले बौला के कुरा गरिरहेको फुल गरिरहेको छ भने त्यो बेला हाम्रो अहिले जस्तो व्हाट्सएप छैन अहिले जस्तो चाहिँ च्याट जिपिटी छैन अहिले जस्तो गुगल छैन अहिले जस्तो त्यो बेला के गर्नु पर्थ्यो त्यो न्यू रोडको अमेरिकन लाइब्रेरीमा गएर त्यो ल्याङ्ग्वेज पढ्न जानु पर्थ्यो 2-4 जना लिन्छ लाइन बस्नु पर्ने 2 घण्टा 3 घण्टा बसेर त्यो ठाउँमा ल्याङ्ग्वेज पढ्न जान्थ्यो ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा हामीलाई इङ्ग्लिसमा पढाउँथ्यो तल गयो भने माथि गयो भने ठैटी तल गयो भने कोइटी यता गयो भने मरोइटी उता गयो भने भोटाइटी यो चारवटा भोटाइटी चारवटा मरोइटीको बिचमा हुर्किएको एउटा भ्याउटोमा गर्न सक्यो भने एउटा 𝐂𝐤𝐬 who don't know anything about मलाई त्यो बेला पहाड कस्तो छ बाबु भन्यो भने म स्वयं देखाउँथेँ किन त्योभन्दा माथिको पहाड देखेकै थिएन जिन्दगीमा उपत्यकामा बाँचेको मान्छे हिमाल देखेकै थिएन हैन त्यस्तो मान्छे then I travel every corner of this country Dolpa, Mustang, Manang, Charkaba, Narkaba, Sharba, all by my foot and I was fortunate enough to create the first national park in this country called Chitone National Park and मेरो त्यो जोसले म मेरो भोक नआइदिएको भए सायद किताब मात्रै पढेर अनि म बसिदिएको भए सायद मेरो पेट भर्छ होला मानिस भएर जन्मेपछि पेट भरेर पुग्दैन मन भर्नुपर्छ पेट भरेर पुग्दैन मन भर्नुपर्छ पेट त जनावरले पनि भर्छ नि हैन मन भर्नुपर्छ बस जब तपाईँ मन भर्नुको निमित्त तपाईँ बाँच्नुहुन्छ नि then your life will automatically change. Once you can put your passion in your profession, then your profession becomes an art. Your kala huncha tyo, sirzana huncha tyo. This is what I have done. And when मेरो बुवाको देहावसान भएपछि I came back to hotel. I resigned from forestry. I resigned forestry but resigned in 1970-71. My father died and I came back to business. Thamel भन्ने ठाउँ स्याल कराउँथ्यो. अहिले Thamel become one of the hot spot in the world tourism map. You can change the world. You can change the world. Just खूब ध्यान पुऱ्याएर काम गरेँ मैले होटल खोलेँ होटलमाथि होटल 13 कोठाबाट सुरु गरेको होटल अहिले मेरो 9वटा होटल छ जम्मा 900वटा कोठा मेरो छ जम्मा 800 जना मान्छे काम गर्छ एउटा सानो चीजबाट हामी माथि आउन सक्छ मलाई 10 वर्ष 12 वर्ष होटलमा काम गर्ने बेलामा मैले खूब पैसा कमाएँ हैन सच्चै भन्यो भने पैसा गन्दा गन्दामा ठाक्यो यार पैसै मात्र बिहान पनि पैसा रात पनि पैसा अनि पछि मेरो हात पनि मलाई कल गर्यो ए गर्न क्या हो यार त्यो पैसा मात्र गर्नलाई जन्मेको हो पैसा कमाउनु त इन्द्रचोकको कपडा बेच्ने मान्छेले पनि पैसा कमाउँछ असङ्गत साउले चामल बेचेर पनि पैसा कमाउँछ यतिको पढेको I went to some of the best universities in the world. I graduated from Delhi University. I went to Australian National University. I was in Michigan. यति पढेर फेरि पैसै मात्र गर्ने हो तिम्रो जीवनको लक्ष्य के हो? I asked my question. That was a time in 1985. That was a time in 1985, where first I managed my time. तपाईले भन्न खोजेको टाइम म्यानेजमेन्ट गर्नु भनेको संसारको सबभन्दा सम्पत्ति व्यवस्थापन गर्नु हो If you don't know how to manage your time, then you are always busy for nothing. You are always busy for nothing if you don't know how to manage your time. And then that time, I learned how to manage my time. And त्यो बेला के थियो मेरो चोइस दुईटा परिवारको लागि पैसा कमाउनु पर्यो होटल चलाउनु पर्यो होटल त्यस्तो ठुलो भइसक्यो चलाउनै पर्यो हैन अनि होटल मात्र चलाएर मेरो मन भरेन होटलले मेरो पेट भर्यो तर मेरो मन भरेन मन भरेन भने के गर्ने भनेपछि in 1985 I came back I was the first time I managed my time 75% of my time I put in my business and 25% of my time I put back into my profession to my academic qualification I'm a forester I'm a naturalist I'm an environmentalist by त्यसपछि 25% समय मैले आफ्नो मनपर्ने पेशामा फर्केर आएँ If you are clever म क्रिटीलाई पनि भनिरहेको छु अहिले If you are clever you don't have to put all your time in your profession give your time in your passion passion will make you alive a living human मैले के गरेँ 85 in 1985 मा what I did I wrote it back to all my university I said sir I'm interested in environment हैन त्यो बेला environment मा हैन global warming मा greenhouse effect मा conservation मा हैन त्यो चीजमा मैले के गरेँ there I make myself connected with IUCN, World Wildlife Fund, UNESCO, also in 1995, I have been chosen as the country representative of the World Wildlife Fund. I was a commission member for IUCN. And यो भएपछि हाम्रो नेपाल सरकारले पनि they made me the commission environmental member for National Planning Commission. म त्यसमा एक पैसा पनि लिएको छैन because I don't need money. My profession is giving so much of money. It's enough for me to live the happiest life, conservative, luxury life. मलाई त्यो फेरि तलब लिएर वर्ल्ड ब्याङ्कबाट तलब लिएर त्यहाँबाट तलब लिएर त्यो तलब लिएर I'm involved in many organizations हैन किङम्यान ट्रस्ट अफ नेचर कन्जर्भेसनमा त्यसमा प्यासन त्यो गर्दाखेरि म त्यो बोर्ड मिटिङमा उनीहरू पैसा दिन्छ यो बोर्ड मिटिङमा त्यो गर्ने बेलामा 1000 रुपैयाँ पैसा दिन्छ म 1 रुपैयाँ लिन्छु टोकन अफ लभ because I'm working there not for money but for my love. I'm so happy. And त्यो गरे one time I went to the jungle of Assam. And studied about the pygmy hawk, which is the smallest swine family in the world, which is to Karna Shakya. Assam jungle, I spent 3 months in Assam jungle, and finally I found out the pygmy hawk in the jungle of Assam. यसले गर्दाखेरि के भयो यो जम्मै जुन चाहिँ त्यो प्यासनले गर्दाखेरि मलाई के भयो त्यसले मलाई एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिभिटिज डेभलप गर्न मैले सकेँ म साउजी मात्रै भएन हैन म चाहिँ विभिन्न क्षेत्रमा त्यो आज मलाई नाति र पनातिलाई मैले कथा हाल्नुपर्छ भने मलाई कसैको कथा सापट लिनु पर्दैन मेरो आफ्नो कथा मात्रै भए भने पुग्छ हेर बाबु मेरो बाजेले यो गरेको छ हेर बाबु त्यो बाजेले यो गरेको छ that's the quality of life that's the meaningful life हैन त्यो चीज I'm still हैन अनि यसले गर्दाखेरि के गर्नु मलाई यसले गर्दा किताब लेख्न मन गरे हैन जंगल घुमे कहिले चाहिँ सर्पले पनि मलाई टोक्यो कहिले बिच्छुले पनि टोक्यो कहिले चाहिँ त्यो गरे कहिले खान पनि पाएन त्यो जंगलमा गएर यति दुखा तर त्यो दुखा आज सुख भएर आयो किनभने बाबु दुःखले कथा बोल्छ तिम्रो सुखले कथा बोल्दैन तिम्रो पैसाले कथा बोल्दैन तिम्रो सहुलियतले कथा बोल्दैन तिम्रो लग्जरीले कथा बोल्दैन सो डोन्ट रन अवे फ्रम द प्रब्लम समस्याबाट भाग्ने काम नगर्नु समस्याबाट भगवा मात्रै भाग्छ कर्मवीर समस्याबाट भाग्दैन वास्तवमा समस्याले भाग्यमानको ढोका मात्र खच्किचाउँछ अभाग्य मान्छेको समस्या आउँदैन त्यसलाई के गर्नु क्या त्यो कुकुरको कुनै समस्या छ हैन छैन हैन उसलाई खान पाए पनि नपाए भने घुमेछ यसो जहाँ पाएको सुतेछ हैन भोलि मर्ला भने पनि डर छैन भोलि पेट दुख्ला भने पनि डर छैन कुनै समस्या हामीलाई त सबै सोच्नुपर्छ त्यस कारण वी क्यान अफोर्ड टु लिभ लाइक अ बेस्ट वी हेभ टु लिभ लाइक अ ह्युमन बिङ एन्ड वी निड ए प्रब्लम त्यसैले तपाईँहरूको जीवनमा अब तपाईँहरूले आफ्नो जीवनको दोस्रो जीवन जस्तो त्यो बेला हैन अहिले नेपालमा सबै हाम्रो नेपालमा एउटा फ्यासन छ भएन पुगेन त्यो बदमास यो भएन पुगेन गर्दा त्यसले प्रश्न मात्रै गर्न जाने जवाफै पाएन त्यसले मेरो विचारमा प्रश्न गर्नुपर्छ प्रश्न गर तर जवाफ हुनुपर्छ गुनासो पोख्नुपर्छ गुनासो पोख तर गुनासोको विकल्प खोज्नुपर्छ समस्या खोतल तर समस्याको समाधान खोज्नुपर्छ बिना उत्तरको प्रश्न गर्ने मान्छे बिना विकल्पको गुनासो गर्ने मान्छे बिना समाधानको समस्या गर्ने मान्छे दे आर जस्ट ड्याम ब्लडी प्यारासाइट त्यसकारण जसले आफ्नो कर्तव्य निर्वाह नगरिकन खालि अधिकार मात्र खोज्छ त्यसलाई अधिकार माग्ने अधिकारै छैन अधिकार त्यो मान्छेले मात्र माग्न पाउँछ जसले कर्तव्य पालन गरेको छ जसले केही चिज गरेको छ दिस इज ए मिनिङफुल लाइफ त्यही हो मैले मेरो जीवनमा केही दुःख पनि आयो फेरि सुख पनि भोगेँ हैन तर दुःखबाट कहिले पनि भागेन म सुखबाट कहिले पनि आर्थिकमा त्यो भएर अहिलेबाट कृतिले मलाई भन्दै थियो हैन in 1987 my wife died of cancer. My daughter तिमीहरूको जस्तै एजको थियो. My daughter at the age of 17 died in cancer. त्यो बेला there were no cancer doctors, there were no oncologists in our country. यदि कसैले क्यान्सर भयो भने हैन काललाई पर्खेर बस्नु बाहेक अर्को उपाय छैन. न पैसा छ, न उपचार छ, न डाक्टर छ, न अस्पताल छ, केही पनि. आजको 40 वर्ष पहिले that time I lost my wife and I lost my daughter. In 3 months time, first I lost my wife, first I lost my daughter, and in 3 months my wife died. Then I went to some of the most painful ordeal in my life. आफूले जन्माएको छोरीको लास मैले काँधमा बोक्नु भनेको त्योभन्दा ठुलो पीडा मान्छेलाई हुँदैन. तर मैले त्यो पीडा बोकेँ हैन. तर मान्छेले त्यसो पीडा पनि आवश्यक हुँदो रहेछ. जब तपाईँले त्यो पीडा हुन्छ नि मान्छेले, म यो हाम्रो अभिभावकहरूलाई म भनेको जब त्यो पीडा बोक्छ नि हैन भगवानले कहीँ न कहीँ तपाईँले केही दिए हुन्छ. अनि नेचुरली अनि मैले एउटा नेपालमा क्यान्सर अस्पताल बनाउने एउटा सङ्कल्प लिएँ. बिकज आई नो होइन विदेशमा गएर उपचार गर्नको निमित्त कति गाह्रो हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा हैन. अनि यहाँबाट यहाँ नेपालमै क्यान्सर बनाउनु अभियानको चलाएँ मैले. अभियान चलाउन 3 वर्ष लाग्यो मलाई. धैर्य द्याट इज द की वर्ड अफ योर सक्सेस. आज काम गऱ्यो भोलि नै तपाईँ उत्तर खोज्नुभयो भने तपाईँ केही पनि गर्नु. आई वेटेड फर 3 years fighting with the government, fighting with the Prime Minister. And I used to go to different places, speak like a wild man, speak like a bola. हैन चाहियो गाली गर्यो. अनि एक दिन प्रधानमन्त्री मलाई बोलाएको थियो. करेज एन्ड सरी यो तपाईँको श्रीमती तपाईँको छोरी देहावसान भयो, त्यसमा हामी दुःखी छौँ. तर हामी के गर्न सक्छ त्यो बेलाको आजको 40 वर्ष पहिले राख्दाखेरि पानी खाएर त मान्छे त्यो गर्न सक्दैन. 75 जिल्लामा डाक्टर पठाउन सकिरहेको छैन. त्यहाँ एउटा क्यान्सर अस्पताल मात्रै बनाएर केही हुन्छ? प्लिज लिसन टु मी, प्लिज सी द थिङ फ्रम द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. आई भन्यो मैले भन्दा नि यहाँ द्याट्स ट्रु हैन. एउटा प्राइम मिनिस्टरको आँखाबाट त्यसलाई त 75 जिल्लामा डाक्टर पठाउन सक्दैन. एउटा क्यान्सर अस्पताल मात्रै बनाउनु उसको प्राथमिकता होइन. उसले ठाडै भन्नु सरकारसित पैसा छैन, यो प्राथमिकता पर्दैन भनेर भन्नुभयो. आई केम ब्याक हैन. I came back, I worked out my brain. When you have a vision, it comes out. Garda, 2-3 महिना भित्रमा I came out with a solution. खोज्नुपर्छ के solution, धैर्य हालेर खोज्नुपर्छ. I came out with a solution. ओहो सरकारसित पैसा छैन भन्छ, के गर्ने यार. यो क्यान्सर भनेको त बडो डरलाग्दो रोग हो. यो लाग्यो भने त हेलिकप्टरबाट खसेर मर्नु सजिलो छ हैन. हार्ट अट्याक भएर मर्नु सजिलो छ. तर मेरो जान मर्दैछ भनेर पर्खेर बस्नु धेरै गाह्रो छ नि. त्यो त मैले भोगेको छु नि. म भोगी हो नि. अनि मैले भोगी त के गर्ने उता निक्ले नि आयो. बस के गर्ने. मैले त्यस्तो ठुलो अस्पताल बनाउनु पैसा मसँग छैन. अनि एउटा चोटमै 1 पैसाको अल्ट्रासाउन्ड उठाएर क्यान्सर अस्पताल बनाउनु कुरा त्यहाँ गऱ्यो. द्याट वाज 1987 मा. गिरिजाप्रसाद कोइरालाले द्याट्स अ वन्डरफुल प्रोजेक्ट गरेर एउटा चोटमा 1 पैसाको अल्ट्रासाउन्ड उठाउने नीति पास गर्यो. त्यो आज एउटा चोटमा 1 पैसाको अल्ट्रासाउन्डले नेपालमा पहिलो भरपूर्ण क्यान्सर अस्पताल बन्यो. बाबु म सक्दिनँ भनेर नबस्ने. आज म सक्दिनँ भनेर बसिदिएको भए आज नेपालमा क्यान्सर अस्पताल बन्ने नै थियो. आज नेपालमा क्यान्सर अस्पताल मात्र होइन, वी आर द फर्स्ट कन्ट्री इन द वर्ल्ड, संसारको सबभन्दा पहिलो कन्ट्री हो जहाँ चुरुटबाट ट्याक्स उठाएर क्यान्सर अस्पतालमा गर्ने. वी आर फर्स्ट कन्ट्री. यो गरिब कन्ट्री भएर पनि अहिले कसैले क्यान्सर लाग्यो भने 3 लाख 2 लाख 2देखि 3 लाखसम्म सरकारले पैसा दिन्छ. सरकारले पैसा दिन्छ भने सरकार छुट्टीबाट होइन, त्यही एउटा 1 चोट पैसाबाट आएको पैसाबाट. जस्ट इमेजिन. त्यही कारण यु आर अ पावर हाउस. यु गाइज आर द पावर हाउस अफ ट्रस्ट. बस आफूले चिन्ने. सबभन्दा हाम्रो कमजोरी के हो भने हामी सधैँ अरूलाई मूल्याङ्कन गर्छौँ। यो त चोर, यो भएन, यो त फटा। अरूको बारेमा हामीलाई सबै थाहा छ, आफ्नो बारेमा केही पनि थाहा छैन। We never see who we are. We never look at us in the mirror of our mind. हामी मनको ऐनाभित्र आफ्नो केही पनि हेर्दैन। बस जब तपाईँ आफ्नो मनको मनबाट तपाईँ ऐना हेर्नुहोस्, जब तपाईँको क्यापेसिटीलाई बुझ्नुहोस्, जब तपाईँको स्ट्रेन्थलाई बुझ्नुहोस्, every human has a hidden strength in you. Only the time is you have to find out yourself. जुन बेला तपाईँको स्ट्रेन्थलाई थाहा पाउनुहुन्छ नि, त्यहाँ तपाईँको काया पलट हुन्छ। 14 वर्षसम्म नेपाली बोल्न नजाने यो कर्ण साक्य भन्ने यो न्यारको केटो, असलमा हुर्केको केटो होइन। I wrote a book called सोच, अर्को भन्नु सोच। Source became the fastest selling book in the history of Nepal. How it happened? जिन्दगीमा कहिले पनि पर्वतीय कुरा नगर्ने मान्छेले मनबाट कुरा लेखेर किताब लेखेर that book became the fastest selling book in the history of Nepal. भनेपछि जब मलाई त्यो किताब सफल भएपछि अनि म भित्र मेरो आत्मा जाग्यो, wow, I can do something. I'm just nobody. I'm somebody. अनि पछि के? अनि सोच पछि खोज, खोज पछि मोज, मोज पछि म सक्छु, म सक्छु कोर्स गर्दा गर्दा 14वटा किताब लेखेँ मैले। Just because one book was successful, when I found myself that I'm capable enough to lead a life in a society. बस त्यहाँबाट मलाई त्यो सोचले मलाई त्यहाँबाट ड्राइभ गर्यो। त्यसले जीवनमा एउटा पोजिटिभ थिङ्किङ, सकारात्मक सोच भन्ने कुरा धेरै आवश्यक छ। त्यसको निम्ति हामीले आफूलाई चिन्नु पर्यो, आफूलाई बुझ्नु पर्यो, आफूलाई हेर्नु पर्यो। When I travel every corner of my country, that time I realized that, my God, my country is heaven. In other country, heaven is a myth. In our country, heaven is the real. This is what I have found. थाहा पाएँ मैले डोल्पोको त्यो ठाउँमा त्यो झरनाहरू होइन, these are one of the most stunning places. We have the biodiversity second to none in the world. We have the altitudinal landscape second to none in the world. Because of altitudinal landscape, because of altitudinal diversity, we have the highest percentage of the genetic diversity in the world. हाम्रो देश भनेको only 0.2% मात्रै ठाउँ छ हाम्रो देशको, which means मैले यहाँ एउटा सियो राख्यो भने सियोले जति ठाउँ खान्छ त्यति मात्रै हाम्रो देशको साइज हो। But that 0.02% of the country harbors 12% genetic diversity in the world. We have the second largest population of tiger in the world. We have the second largest population of rhino in the world. We have the world's best habitat of the snow leopard. We have 890 species of bird, which is more than the whole continent of Europe and North Africa combined. Buddha was born here. We have the highest distribution and concentration of Buddhist icon in the world after Kyoto. We never look at ourselves. विदेशबाट एउटा केटा आउँछ, अमेरिकाबाट एउटा केटा आउँछ, कट्टु लाएर हिप्पी भएर आउँछ, अनि तिमी कहाँ जाने भएपछि आइएम गोइङ टु रोल्पा भन्यो मलाई। पहिले आजको त्यो 40 वर्ष पहिले रोल्पा, वेयर इज रोल्पा? आई वाज आस्क्ड वेयर इज रोल्पा? बट रोल्पा भन्छु थाहा छ, रोल्पा थाहा छैन। द्याट बोय वेन्ट टु रोल्पा, ही वाज डुइङ हिज मास्टर्स फ्रम MIT, यो टिचरमा रोल्पामा गएछ। रोल्पामा गएर त्यहाँ एउटा रुख भेट्टाएको छ त्यसलाई होइन, त्यो त्यो ट्याक्सडोरमा भन्ने रुख, त्यहाँबाट रुखको एउटा गम निकालेछ, टेस्ट ट्युबमा राखेको छ। हि वेन्ट ब्याक टु अमेरिका, ल्याबोरेटरीमा गएर छ त्यो टेस्टबाट, टेस्ट ट्युबबाट गमबाट त्यसले के पत्ता लाग्यो भने त्यो गमबाट, नेपालको ट्याक्सडोरमा बनेको गमबाट निस्कने त्यो गमले ट्याक्सोल भन्ने केमिकल आउँदो रहेछ। एन्ड ट्याक्सोल इज द मेडिसिन इन्ग्रिडियन्ट द्याट इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट फर क्यान्सर cancer medicine. That boy became the multi-billionaire. अरबपति भयो। हामी नेपाली भारी बोकेको गाली कसले गर्ने? 99% of the book written on different subjects of Nepal were written by the foreigner. Birds of Nepal written by Bob Fleming. Forest Nepal written by Clinton. है हुँदा हुँदा गुरुङ नेपाल पनि विदेशी लेख्ने, तामाङ नेपाल पनि विदेशी लेख्ने, साक्य नेपाल पनि विदेशी लेख्ने। अब कर्ण साक्यले मेरो बाजे को भनेर हेर्नलाई फरक लको किताब पढ्नु पर्ने। हामी के गर्ने? अनि कान्तिपुरमा नागरिकमा यसले उसलाई गाली गर्यो, यो भएन हैन, फु फु गरेको हल्लामा हामीले त्यो गर्यो। अनि यो देशमा कस्तो सक्ने नारद जसलाई नायक बनाइदियो, बस अहिले नायक को छ? जसले हल्ला गर्न सकिन्थ्यो, जसले भ्रम फैलाउन सकिन्थ्यो, जसले झुट बेच्न सकिन्थ्यो। जुन बेलासम्म त्यो झुट बेच्ने, भ्रम फैलाउने, भ्रमको खेती गर्ने हैन प्यारासाइट्सहरूलाई तपाईँ हामी नायक बनाउँछ, यो देश कहिले हुनु लाग्दैन। बस वाट यु हेभ टु इज हामीसित चेत जन्माउनु पर्यो, हामीसित विवेक जन्माउनु पर्यो। र सबभन्दा महत्त्वपूर्ण कुरा न्याय सचेतना, सेन्स अफ जजमेन्ट। यसो पनि हुन्छ र भन्ने जातिहरू कमन सेन्स हो यो। अब कसरी यहाँ ल उसले त अस्ति बदमासी गरेको ल हो र हो भनेपछि त्यसमा त्यो कानले सुन्नु पर्दैन हैन। कानले सुनेको भरमा आँखाले नहेरिकन हो भनिन्छ। अहिले नेपाली यसै छ प्रोपगेन्डा। यो देशमा अवस्था बदल्नु पर्दैन, व्यवस्था बदल्नु। यार 30 वर्ष भइसक्यो, एकपछि अर्को, अर्कोपछि अर्को, अर्कोपछि अर्को सरकार आउँदैछ। अनि हामी उनीहरूको होम लाएर अराजक भीत भएर कहिले टायर बाल्दैछ, कहिले ढुङ्गा फ्याँक्दैछ। या थिङ्क अबाउट इट हैन। यो देशमा कुनै नेता, कुनै राजा, कुनै कसैले देश बिगारेको होइन। यो देश तपाईँ हामीले बिगारेको हो। तपाईँ हामीले कस्तो अरूले गर्नुपर्ने कुरा सबै थाहा छ उसलाई, तर आफूले गर्नुपर्ने कुरा केही पनि थाहा छैन। राजाको टाइममा रैतिक प्रजा भयो, प्रजातन्त्र आफ्नो प्रजा जनता भयो, तर आजसम्म त्यो जनता नागरिक भएको छैन। मलाई लाग्छ हामी नागरिक भएकै छैन। नागरिक कहिले भन्छ? जब हामीले अर्काको आँखाबाट हेर्न सक्छ। नागरिक कहिले भन्छ? जब हामीले अर्काको कानबाट सुन्न सक्छ। नागरिक कहिले भन्छ? जब हामी अर्काको मनबाट मनन गर्न सक्नुपर्छ। अनि पछि मात्रै त्यो नागरिक हुन्छ। हुमा लागेर नागरिक हुन सक्दैन। समय धेरै छ, मेरो छोरीहरू पर्खिरह होला, तर अभिभावक दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई मैले सानो अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु। क्यान आई हैव सम वाटर? म अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु। हेर्नुहोस्, तपाईँहरू पनि र साथ युवाहरू पनि आज यो कलेजबाट पास भइसक्यो होइन। अब यिनीहरूलाई विदेशमा पठाएर राम्रो जीवन बाँच्ने भन्ने कुरा तपाईँहरू सोचिरहेको छ भने त्यो जीवनमा सबभन्दा ठुलो भुल गरिरहेको छ। जीवनमा सबभन्दा ठुलो भुल गरिरहेको छ। किनभने विदेशमा कोही पनि मालिक बन्न सक्दैन। विदेशमा नोकर मात्रै बन्ने हो। मालिक त्यो देशमा बन्छ जहाँ न्यानो आमाको काखमा, साथीको साथमा, संस्कृत र संस्कारको छायामा मात्र मालिक बन्न सक्छ। देश गएर मालिक बन्न सक्दैन। त्यसैले हामी अहिले म एउटा किताब लेखेको छु, यो 1 महिना भित्रमा आउँछ। किताब बनाउने माँ र बा। मेरो किताबको नाम नै माँ र बा। मैले 30-40 वर्ष भयो मैले खुब काम गरेँ। आफूले भन्नाले यो गर्न सके पनि गजब, तिमी पनि गजब गर्न, तिमीले काम गरिरहेछ, सफलता हासिल गरिरहेछ। होटल मात्रै होटल बनाउनै छ, किताब पनि किताब लेख्ने, गजबको तिमी पनि भनेर आफूले मेघालय नायक बनाइदियो मैले होइन। सबै किताबमा मैले आफूले नायक महानायक बनाएँ र आफूले गरेको काम सबैलाई हामी बुफे हुन्छ नि, बुफे लगाइदिएँ। यो गरेको छु, त्यो गरेको छु, त्यो गरेको छु गरेर लाग्यो। एक दिन मलाई के लाग्यो भने ध्यान गर्ने क्रममा एक दिन मैले आफूले प्रश्न गरेँ, म मेरो सफलताको अग्लो चुचरामाथि गएर म तल हेरेँ, ओ म त माथि आइपुगेको छु त, म त निकै सफल भइसकेको छु त। त्यही बेला मलाई एउटा प्रश्न खस्किचायो, गर्न तिम्रो यति 10 तलको सफल भवनको जग त हुनु पर्यो। त्यो जग नभइकन 8-9 तलको घर त बन्दैन। जति घर अग्लो हुन्छ त्यति गहिरो जग हुन्छ। त्यो बेला म ससङ्ग भएँ, हो यार मेरो जग के हो, मेरो कुन आधारमा म टेकेर यहाँसम्म माथि आइपुगेँ। त्यही बेला मेरो आमा र मेरो बाको कुरो याद आयो। उनीहरूको आधार नभइदिएको भए आज म ठाउँमा आउन सक्छ। त्यसैले आफ्नो आमा र त्यसको निम्ति मैले यो पुस्तक मा र बा भन्ने किताब लेखेँ। त्यो किताब मेरो र मेरो आमा र बाको होइन, त्यो अहिले 80 लाख जनताको किताब हो। अहिले 80 लाख जनता, we are talking 30% of the total population of this country is out of the country. 70 लाख जनता विदेशमा छ। 70 लाख जनता भनेको 70 लाख जनता मात्र होइन, 70 लाख परिवार हो त्यो। त्यो परिवार, which is half of the population of the country, is living in a limbo. It's a limbo. सरसरी गयो, यता आमाबाबुले सकिरहेको छैन। उता सरसरी पनि दुःख, आमाले त्यो पाल्न सकेन। यो चिज आउँछ। तेल पिसामा गएर तेल खसेर त एकचोटि जाला, दुईचोटि जाला, पछि 85 वर्ष 86 वर्ष नागेपछि हवाईजहाजै चढ्न नसक्ने अवस्था आइपुग्यो भने, हिँड्नै चढ्न नसक्ने अवस्था आइपुग्यो भने त्यो बेला हो नि आवश्यकता, छोराछोरीको आवश्यकता त्यो बेला हो नि, होइन? अनि सरसरी आउने फेरि उसको अरू के हुन्छ, उसको आफ्नो बालबच्चा हुन्छ, उसको परिवार हुन्छ र उसले आफ्नो बालबच्चा परिवारलाई हेर्छ। बिकज सेल्फ इज अलवेज सेल्फिस। सेल्फिस जिन भन्ने एउटा किताब छ। जिन भनेको सेल्फ इज ए सेल्फिस। प्रकृतिले सेल्फलाई सेल्फिस बनाएकै छ। उसले के भनेको छ भने प्रकृतिले सेल्फलाई, हाम्रो जिनलाई के भन्छ भने, हेर जिन, तिमीहरूले मर्न लागेको मान्छेलाई बचाउनु पर्दैन, अब आउने पुस्ताले जन्माउने, किनभने आउने पुस्ताले देश बनाउँछ भने त्यो अवस्थाको अवस्था छ हामीले। त्यसैले त्यो बेला हामीले यस्तो देश अवसर खोजेको। म त भन्छु अमेरिका इज नट ड्रिम ल्यान्ड, इट इज अ ड्रिम ल्यान्ड। अमेरिका भनेको चाहिँ यो साँच्चै ड्रिम ल्यान्ड, तर त्यसो ड्रिम क्यान बी ट्रान्सलेट इन्टु एन एक्सन। अमेरिका इज ड्रिम ल्यान्ड अफ मृगतृष्णाको ड्रिम ल्यान्ड। मृगतृष्णा भनेको थाहा छ तपाईँहरूलाई? मृगतृष्णा इट्स नट रियल, इट्स नट रियल। मरुभूमिमा देख्ने जुन चाहिँ त्यो छ नि, यस्तो देखिन्छ तर होइन। रियल ड्रिम भनेको यो होइन, रियल ड्रिम भनेको यो, वेयर यु क्यान बी वेल अफ एन्ड वेयर यु क्यान बी ह्याप्पी। मनी एलोन क्यानट मेक यु ह्याप्पी। म 84 वर्ष भइसक्यो बाबु। आई एम 84 years old man. I have done everything. Now at this point I know one aspect of the life is money is not the final sukha. त्यो सुखमा बाँच्न सकिन्छ नि, त्यो भन्ने अर्को केही पनि छैन। मलाई धेरै बोल्न मन छ होइन, तर चाहिँ घरमा मेरो छोरीहरू पर्खिराखेको होला होइन, घरमा छोरीहरू पर्खिराखेको होला र कुनै पनि अर्को बेलामा यस्तो समारोह नभए पनि if your student wants me to have my experiences भोगाई, I can talk quite a lot about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship भनेको भोगाईको उपज हुन्छ, ज्ञानको उपज होइन। Entrepreneurship भनेको ज्ञानको उपज होइन, त्यो भोगाईको उपज हो होइन। त्यसैले कुनै पनि बेला तपाईँ बनाउनुहोस्, I can come to your classroom and share my thoughts, how you can make money, how you can make money. Thank you very much. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I really love to talk with you guys.
Ready? Awesome, thank you.
Let's invite Ms. Yukta Khadka, our salutatorian.
Yukta Khadka, and it's truly an honor to stand here today, not just as a student completing grade 10, but as someone who's grown, stumbled, laughed, and learned through some of the most defining years of life. When I first joined the Imperial World School, I thought I knew what to expect. Classes, homeworks, exams, and then repeat. But what I didn't expect was how profoundly this place would shape me. Not just academically, but personally. Yes, I am walking away with important lessons from textbooks, but more than that, I'm leaving with self-belief, resilience, memories that will live far beyond any report card. Somewhere between all the deadlines and spontaneous laughter, I upgraded not just my grades, but my mindset too. I've learned to express myself with greater confidence, to understand myself more deeply, and somehow I've even learned to survive on just 5 hours of sleep and still show up smiling. Throughout my journey here, I remain true to who I am. I wasn't the loudest voice in the room or the first to raise my hand, but I observed, I listened, and slowly but surely, I found my rhythm, I found my space. And in between all those classes were the real moments where defined this journey. Laughing at jokes that only made sense during class, exchanging glances across the room when someone said something outrageous, and crafting Oscar-worthy excuses for unfinished homeworks. All of it reminded me that school isn't just about grades. It's about moments, it's about second chances, and it's about growing at your own pace in your own way. As someone once said, success is not the key to happiness, happiness is the key to success. And I think that's what made our time here truly special. We didn't just go through school, we lived through it. Whether it was the last minute rush to complete assignments or even turning the dullest days into core memories, we turned our own kind of magic between the four walls. We had our own rules, our own pace, and somehow we always made it through. Through the chaos in camp, we built memories that no exam could ever measure. And now, as we prepare to walk different paths with new colleges, new routines, and new adventures ahead, I know with absolute certainty that I'm not the same person who first walked into the school. I've grown, I've evolved, and I've become someone I'm proud of. This journey may be reaching its end, but the friendships, the lessons, and all the little things, like all the teachers who saw potential in me long before I ever did, those stay with me. Graduation isn't just a goodbye, it's a quiet promise to carry this place in our hearts wherever we go. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this amazing journey. Thank you.
Respected teachers, distinguished guests, parents, and fellow graduates. 10 years ago, I walked into Imperial World School as a small, curious kid, backpack way too big for my body and dreams that didn't even have names yet. The school was in Lalitpur then, full of tiny students like me, wandering in the halls, wide-eyed and a little lost. I was one of them, confused, clueless, and probably more excited about lunch than learning. But that's where it all began. Over the past decade, I've grown through many versions of myself. The kid who talked a bit too much in the class, the one who threw together presentations at the last minute. And yes, the student who would confidently say, I haven't studied at all, but somehow I used to ace the tests. I know people still tease me about that. And today, I'm standing here overwhelmed by the SEE results. It feels surreal and honestly, a little overwhelming because I never saw myself as the perfect student. I didn't have the most organized notes or the longest study plan. What I had was support from incredible teachers, friends, and parents who kept me grounded, and a quiet determination that helped me keep going even when things felt uncertain. This moment isn't just about grades. It's about growth, about effort, and about the people who walked with me through it all. For that, I'm truly grateful. Imperial gave me more than just academics. It gave me a stage to perform, a field to compete, friends to laugh with, and just enough chaos to grow in. We danced like maniacs during school events, played volleyball like it was a World Cup final, and somehow turned washroom breaks into tactical escapes. We weren't just a class, we were a phenomenon, the golden batch. And in between all the madness, we had our amazing teachers, the real heroes behind the scenes. Susan Sir, our class teacher. He was one of us. He was like an older brother with a great book, always real, always supportive, and always there when we needed him. Rajiv Sir. Rajiv Sir turned every computer period into a TED Talk. One moment it was AI, the other it was Steve Jobs. We never knew where the lesson would go, but it was always inspiring. Probably Sir made science poetic, quite literally. Pratik Sir made maths feel like less of a monster and more of a friendly challenge. Sometimes even fun. Hema Gurung ma'am, our kind optional maths teacher. She had the most consistent homework game. We may have feared the assignments, but we truly respected the effort. Hema Subedi ma'am scolded us like our own kids. Now looking back, we understand how much that meant. And Sunita ma'am, who made us take Samajik seriously. Even when I didn't cross 50 the whole year, she believed I could reach 75. That belief mattered more than the marks could ever. People often assume that school is just about subjects and grades. But for me, it has always been something deeper, the experiences that shaped us. It was the quiet pride that came with small acts of leadership, the late night preparations for exit points, the controlled chaos of organizing events, the joy of class hangouts, and even the quiet lessons left behind when someone we cared about walked away. Yes, even that taught me something valuable. The place, its corridors, its classrooms, its people have shaped who I am today. A little louder, a little bolder, maybe even a little crazier. But more importantly, more confident, more grounded, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Over the years, many people came and went. Some stayed for a while, others just for a moment. But each of them left something behind. A lesson, a memory, a mark. Some were friends, some were teachers in disguise, a few were both. To my batchmates, thank you for the laughter, the mischief, the late night group chats, the unforgettable memories, and the unspoken bonds we now share. No matter where life takes us, we'll always have one thing that we can claim. We were Imperial's golden batch. The best, the boldest, and the unforgettable one. A special thanks to my group, the people I can call my own. Aaron, Neil, Nilo, and Soya. Every moment with them has been nothing short of special. Through my lows and highs, they've always been with me. And somehow we could create joy out of all the small moments that we shared. You all mean a lot to me, guys. To my parents, thank you for being my first teachers, my biggest supporters, and my constant source of strength. Every late night, every doubt, every high and low, you stood by me and believed in me. And that pushed me a lot. Whatever I've achieved today is not just mine, it's ours. Thank you for your sacrifices, your patience, and your endless love. I hope I've made you proud. And to this school, thank you for giving us the space where we could stumble, grow, laugh, fail, and finally rise. You gave us more than just an education. You gave us a beginning. As we go our separate ways, chasing dreams, building futures, and discovering who we are meant to be, I know one thing for certain. Imperial will always be a part of us. It won't be as a chapter that's ending, but as a foundation we'll always carry forward. We may be graduating today, but Imperial World School, that stays with us. And at the end, I just want to congratulate my batchmates. Congratulations on passing SU with flying colors. Thank you.
Teachers and mentors present here today. I remember sitting where you are not too long ago, trying to figure out what was next, and secretly wondering when the speeches would end. I promise to keep this quick, honest, and hopefully even a little useful. Over the years, I've had the chance to live in Russia, India, Switzerland, and the UK. It sounds exciting, and it was. But almost a year ago, I made the decision to move back to Nepal. Many people since have praised this decision, almost always accompanied by the question, why? My answer? To create an impact and legacy that goes beyond just the years that I live. And if I don't do that at home, in a country where the canvas is so raw, then where can I? A conversation that I had recently put this into perspective for me. She framed my mindset. I am working towards a Lifetime Achievement Award. Not one whose criteria are designed by someone else, but by myself. My vision and my choices are all anchored by what my Lifetime Achievement Award means. So as you graduate today and make decisions for your future, however small, ask yourself, what does your Lifetime Achievement Award look like? When I was in your place, did I think I had it all figured out? Yes. Did I have it all figured out? Absolutely not. My parents used to say, do what makes you happy. And honestly, that used to annoy me. I wanted more clarity. Like, what should I really do? But now, I see it for what it really was, freedom. They gave me the space to fall, to make my own decisions, to learn from my own mistakes. Most importantly, they helped me want to succeed, instead of making me feel like I had to. That mindset changed everything. But now the question was, what is success for me? Yes, I worked hard, earned good grades, but looking back, my academic achievements were not my proudest moments. The people I met, the network I built, and the risks I took are what shaped me, and continue to shape me today. I said yes to nearly everything, even when I didn't fully understand what I was signing up for. After all, I was trying to figure out my own success. I consulted for edtech startups, I led a social venture focused on e-waste, I volunteered across schools in Nepal, I worked in financial institutions. Not every project was a success, but each one added something real to my life. A lesson, a relationship, a path forward, or understanding which ones to stay away from. Saying yes and actively looking for opportunities didn't mean I always knew what I was doing, but I was doing something. That's half the game. This is one of the few times in life when you can make mistakes without too many real consequences. Take advantage of it. Say yes more, especially when it scares you a little. Dear parents and teachers, worry is the misuse of imagination. When you worry, your kids worry. We think so deeply about what could go wrong, we leave no room for the imagination of what happens when it all goes right. And when that imagination is redirected towards creation, the possibilities are endless. You're stepping into a phase of life where individual growth is at its peak, during a time when the world is changing, and it's changing fast. AI, climate, culture, politics, everything is in motion. And you're right in the middle of that change. As you pursue your higher education, or take a gap year, or start a business, or start working, you'll become more independent, more yourself. And yes, you'll feel like you know everything. I did too. But through all of this, remember to focus beyond your resume. Focus on your impact. Real wisdom is knowing how much you don't know about your field, about your life, even about yourself. Like the world, we're always evolving. The best way to stay sharp, constantly expose yourself to different perspectives, even when they challenge your own. Be inquisitive. Coming back to Nepal for me was challenging. Honestly, it still is. Being immersed in the companies that are leading the global future in Geneva and being a part of incredibly bold entrepreneurs in London created a bigger culture shock when I came back than I was ready for. And by culture shock, I don't mean our tradition or our language. I mean the systems and the work culture. But it also made me realize how unique the opportunities in Nepal really are. We have so much to do, so much space to create, to innovate, to express ourselves. It's raw, it's chaotic, it's full of potential. We're the ones who have to take it forward. The future of Nepal isn't something that happens to us. It's something we have to build together. Yes, it's chaotic. Yes, we've got a long way to go. But we are more well-equipped now than ever before to actualize the changes that are needed. Living abroad taught me a lot, how different cultures function, how systems work, how people think. But it also made me see how far we can go if we bring that knowledge home. In my role as a leader at Nepal Medicity Hospital, that knowledge is exactly what I hope to use. The vision is huge. Nepal will be an international medical hub, and my institution plays a pivotal role in achieving just that. But the tiny details and the tiny achievements are what cumulatively help achieve that vision, and that is where I want to focus. Before I leave, I want to share something that has resonated with me since I was in school. Don't worry, be happy. It sounds simple, but to me it means be proud. Be proud of who you are, be intentional about your life, your choices, your dreams, your values, but don't stop there. Pursue your dreams with dedication, with heart. Be ambitious, but stay grounded. Be curious, but stay humble. This moment you're in is unforgettable. Be proud of how far you've come, and keep moving forward. Even if you're not totally sure where forward is. I am not. But with every milestone and every achievement, I know I am getting more clarity on my ambitions and moving closer towards my Lifetime Achievement Award, which is good enough for me. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025.
It gives me great pleasure to stand before you on this important day in your lives. A moment filled with reflection, pride, and anticipation for what comes next. Before I begin, I'd like to extend a heartfelt acknowledgement to two remarkable individuals who have joined us this evening. We are deeply honored by the presence of Karna Shakya, a visionary entrepreneur, conservationist, and author whose work continues to inspire this nation. And Ms. Kritee Mahato, a young change maker and advocate whose leadership reminds us that age is no barrier to impact. Thank you both for gracing our celebration and setting an example for our young graduates. Dear graduates, today marks the end of a significant chapter, but more importantly, the beginning of a lifelong journey, a journey of becoming, of discovering, and of shaping your identity and purpose. Let me begin by saying this: you have made us proud. This batch has demonstrated remarkable consistency, resilience, and commitment. You have excelled in your academics, taken initiative beyond the classroom, and upheld the values of our school. For all of this, I sincerely thank and applaud you. But let me also remind you, this is just the beginning. As you take your next steps, I want to leave you with a thought from one of the world's most influential innovators, Steve Jobs, who said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." To stay hungry means to keep striving, to never be fully satisfied with past achievements. Yes, you have done well, but don't settle. Don't let early success become your comfort zone. The world belongs to those who keep moving forward, keep asking, and keep learning. To stay foolish means to say stay curious, to keep dreaming big, taking risks, and being unafraid of failure. The future does not need more people who play it safe. It needs bold thinkers, innovators, builders, and leaders. And that can be you if you choose to stay brave. Let your ACE results be a stepping stone, not your destination. As you move ahead, take with you the core values of Imperial World School. Excellence in everything you do, integrity in every choice you make, responsibility for your learning, your action, and your future. Respect for yourself, for others, and for the world around you. Compassion in how you lead and serve. Adaptability to grow through change and challenge. These values are not just lessons from school, they are your lifelong compass. Today, I do not just see SE graduates, I see future scientists, artists, engineers, educators, entrepreneurs, public leaders, and yes, politicians, who will carry these values into boardrooms, classrooms, communities, and parliaments. Whatever path you choose, pursue it with purpose, pursue it with heart. Class of 2025, stay hungry for growth, stay curious about the world, and never settle for average, because you were never meant to be average. Congratulations once again. The world is waiting for your light. Thank you.
Khadka.